Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Video Games, our first show. This is the show where we pwn the video game kingdom repeatedly. These are my lovely co-hosts. My name is Michael Ludd, and this is Andrea Renee.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Gaming enthusiast and rock band leader.
You could say that.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't call myself, like, the rock band leader.
Well, I would. And this is Chad Concelmo.
Hello.
Staff writer at Destructoid.
Yes. Destructoid.
We are here to take you through the magical world of video games, so let's get right down to the top stories of the day. The first story we have, in the afterglow of E3, there have been a lot of announcements coming out, and one of those is Hulu Plus. It's coming out for PS3, iPad, I think, and Xbox 360, but on Xbox 360 it's coming out way later. It's going to be $9.99 a month. The service is now available on the iPhone and PC, apparently. Actually, I don't think it's coming out on the iPad. And it's going to be available on Xbox 360 in early 2011. What do you guys think about Hulu Plus? You gonna get it?
Well, I am a Netflix subscriber right now, so I probably will not be getting Hulu Plus. Ooh. But I understand what they're trying to offer. I know there's a lot of hype about people being upset that, oh, but Hulu's been free, and why do I have to start paying for Hulu now? And really, if you guys don't remember the writer's strike that happened kind of a while ago, and the acting strike that's probably going to happen in the next 12 to 18 months, a lot of it has to do with sites like Hulu and people not getting paid. Yeah. So I understand why they're doing it, and I guess it's just a better way to supplement your cable. I mean, why pay DirecTV, Dish, Time Warner, Comcast, whoever your cable or satellite provider is.
Which is really expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, as far as I understand it, you don't have to buy Hulu, right? Like, you can still watch it for free, but if you get the $9.99 per month subscription, you get it on your PlayStation or Xbox 360, and you get to, let me see what it got here.
You can also watch it on your iPhone.
Okay, yeah.
And on your computer, you know, on your laptop. Let's say you're in the airport waiting around for your flight or whatever, you can watch it.
What you get with it is, like, all the programming from the last season of every show. Is that's what I read on the website?
Not every show.
Okay.
You get the current programming for every show, I believe.
Yep.
With a certain amount of networks.
Okay.
I mean, obviously not all of the cable networks, because there's just so many of them now, are going to be available right away on Hulu Plus, but
and then you get some of the stuff on
there's
right?
going to be, of course, certain shows that will have all of their back episodes available.
Okay, but
one of which is Family Guy, my favorite show.
It is an awesome show. I'm happy that Futurama's back, though, personally.
Yes.
So I have a screen up here. If you could pull up the screen on my laptop, that is a little bit of a buzzkill. It says that Hulu Plus will be a quote-unquote custom experience restricted to Xbox Live Gold members. So you have to already pay a subscription fee in order to get Hulu Plus on Xbox. And it's only available in 2011, but the way they try to offset this is they're saying there's some kind of touch interface going to be happening with that one.
Yes, you can use the Kinect.
Yeah.
Once the Kinect, ships in November.
Not touch. Wave, whatever
they
call the
you use your hand
motion.
to go down, and then you wave it across, or you go like this.
Yeah.
It's very fancy, but I don't know if it's worth the price tag to watch TV.
It's too much.
I don't mind holding the controller to turn the show on.
Well, you did hear all the crazy stuff out of E3 saying that you couldn't even use Kinect sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, there's some weird glitches, right?
So like you have to stand up to use it. So I mean, who's
going
to
want
to?
Last thing I want to do.
Yeah, but who's going to want to sitting on their couch or like navigating the menu and stand up every time? Sounds awful.
I do kind of want to yell at my Xbox though. That's going to be a lot of fun. Like, Xbox, stop!
But that's the thing about the Kinect though, is it's also voice activated, so you don't have to get up to use the hand controls. You can voice activate it.
So on the PS3, there's a report. I actually read this on Destructoid.com.
Destructoid.com? I've heard about that website. It's awesome.
The amazing website where you can get information on games. And it said that
the best
Hulu,
website to get information.
That's right, the best website.
More specific.
And we got a screen grab.
The best website is This Weekend. Come on, guys.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Touche,
Second best.
Touche.
Thank you.
So we're still working on our plugs. And so there's a rumor that Hulu on PS3 requires PlayStation Plus, so they're doing the same thing. You have to pay for the new tiered subscription plan for PS3 in order to use the $9.99 subscription to Hulu on that.
It's absurd.
Well, when you think about it, I think the people over at Hulu were like, well, listen, we're not just going to give you all this content. Yeah. We want to have some kind of an agreement. And, of course, the people at Sony and the people at Microsoft didn't want to get screwed on the deal either. So they're like, okay, well, how about we collaborate and then we each can make money on it? Because, I mean, how is Microsoft going to make money if all the subscription fees just go back to Hulu? Same with Sony, but they're the ones who have to create all the interfaces and all of that and do all the content management within their own systems. So they're like, well, we want to get paid for it too. So
one other quick note: I'm excited that Hulu does not require you to have Comcast or something like that, like ESPN3 does. The Xbox exclusive requires you to already have a subscription to a TV and internet package, which is ridiculous because if I'm going to pay for ESPN on my Xbox, why would I then pay for ESPN on my TV through my TV as well? That's pretty silly. But anyway, on to the games, sort of. I could talk about this all day. I think these subscription plans on top of subscription plans are just ridiculous and they're not going to work. It needs to be ad-supported like television. But anyway, Roger Ebert has recanted his diss of video games. I have his website up right here where he's got a picture of Shadow of the Colossus. And I will read you what he said first. I was a fool for mentioning video games in the first place. I would never express an opinion on a movie I hadn't seen yet. Yet I declared as an axiom that video games can never be art. I still believe this, but I should never have said so. Some opinions are best kept to yourself. So
this is obviously not an apology at all. It's basically him just saying, I still think video games are stupid, and I'm sorry that I told you because now you're mad at me for believing that video games are stupid.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. I mean, I've always loved his movie critiques, but to just dismiss a genre completely because it's interactive, that's a ludicrous thing to do. And then to not even back off, like, this is as close as he can come to an apology. Like, I should have just been quiet. I mean, I'm still right, but, I shouldn't have said anything. What do you think about this, Chad?
I'm totally in agreement with you. I think anyone that doesn't know anything about video games should never comment about them, especially something to this regard. But it's not just Roger Ebert. I know so many movie critics that do the same thing. They basically will, like, if they see a movie that's just all action and no, like, no brain power, then they'll just basically say, oh, that's just like a video game. And I'm like, whoa. All video games aren't just dumb,
Exactly.
So it's not just Roger Ebert, it's everybody. And I think it's just completely absurd.
Apparently everybody told him to play Shadow of the Colossus.
That's the game that everyone refers to when they talk about games as art. It's like Shadow of the Colossus.
I think they're right. That's
I don't know agreement here.
Well,
or no disagreement here.
Michael and I were talking about this, before we came into the studio today, about how do you define what art is. And pretty much now with modern art, you can say anything is art. And with the amount of work and dedication on the part of designers and developers that goes into some of these games that are coming out. I mean, you were at E3. You saw some of the amazing stuff that was being put out. I mean, to say that it's not art is just blasphemous.
It's ridiculous.
Blasphemy.
I went to the Modern Art Museum down the street, and they had a cube this size on the ground with a spotlight on it, and they were like, this is art. So I'm like, wait, so that's art and Shadow of the Colossus isn't art? I don't understand.
I have a similar story. I heard of a story where a guy who was a famous artist sold like a link of rope that he had nailed up against a wall for like $1 million. And people bought it because it was art, because it was from a famous artist. So if that's art, I'm sorry, video games are art.
Yeah. Case closed.
Yeah, case closed.
Exactly.
Moving along, there's no price drop from Sony, as usual. They are focusing on 3D and Move, according to several reports. There was an interview with Worldwide Studio President Shunei Yoshida, and he said that while they aren't hugely profitable, they aren't bleeding money on PS3 systems anymore, so they're going to maintain the status quo. Is this a good move?
I mean, it's the only move they can do. I mean, they really, if you guys remember when the PS3 first came out, it was wildly expensive, and here's Sony saying, well, we're not making a dime on these. We can't drop the price at all. Obviously, they did bring the price down a little bit, but now with these new technologies, the Move being their big push, for the upcoming holiday season.
Wii? Oh, I'm sorry, the Move. I get confused.
Oh, come on! It's not the Wii. It's got a video.
I think Andrea's their biggest fan.
No, listen. Okay. No, remember, if you remember correctly, I said that I was not that impressed with the Move,
Touché.
but I understand why some people are getting really excited about it because it brings the interactivity from games like the Wii has up to bigger, cooler games like Heavy Rain. Things more dark and more towards a hardcore gamer than the Wii is. I mean, let's be honest, there's really no hardcore games for the Wii.
Except they're coming out soon. They're coming out with a bunch of awesome games.
I don't know if you played Super Mario Galaxy 2, but that is as hardcore as it gets in my mind.
Yeah.
They're gonna start fighting. But I know exactly what you're saying, and I do support that.
Yeah.
It would be, because whenever I do play the Wii, I always think it would be cool to play a Wii game that has like super HD graphics, that's really adult. Because to play like something like Killzone with the amazing first-person shooter controls of the Wii, that would be incredible. So I totally get what you're saying. It's just, I guess I was expecting a little more revolution maybe out of their. Well, I mean, it's the exact same thing basically. Like,
right.
I mean,
well, they didn't invent the wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Nintendo really broke ground with their, motion controllers, and then Sony just came in and said, well, we're going to take it one step further. We're going to put a camera on top of your TV. We're going to put this lighted bulb on the end of the controller that sees the controller while you're holding it. Not only does it have the motion sensors inside the controller, but the camera sees it, so it's more accurate because the computer knows where it is at all times.
It's Wii HD, but they're doing it with a bunch of hardcore games, which is cool. But speaking of the Wii, well, not the Wii, Nintendo, the 3DS is skipping the holiday season. Can we just have a moment of silence for?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Okay, that's good. 2011. I read this too, and I'm not surprised. I mean, with this kind of technology, I mean, you and I had talked about the 3DS being one of the most amazing things that was showcased at E3.
Amazing.
It totally stole the show. It was incredible. Did you actually get to test it out?
Heck no, that line was 3 hours long.
I got to play it,
I didn't get to try.
and I got
was
to
really
see
bummed.
the demos, and it was ridiculously awesome. And I mean, honestly, like the hype it really does live up to the hype. It's magic. It's like Harry Potter craziness. I mean, there's a picture in front of you, but you don't have glasses on. I don't understand how it works.
These guys just love rubbing in the fact that they got to go to E3 and I didn't.
Sorry.
Like, no, seriously, you had to have played this thing at E3. If you missed that, your life is over forever.
That's
pretty much.
Thank you.
Well, it's not our fault you ain't in the cool kids club.
Well, I couldn't get a pass.
Next year, honey.
Next year.
Next year.
Oh, it's on.
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely
on.
next year.
Yes. I'm still gonna buy it. I don't think anything's gonna catch up to it. I mean, this thing has that slider thing that the PS3 has, but like a better version of it, right?
Better.
It's got Wii graphics on 2 different screens. The 3D you don't need glasses for, which is my biggest problem with 3D and with Sony's push for 3D. I don't want to then buy something that's going to make me look ridiculous. I already feel ridiculous enough gaming sometimes, like alone on my couch. I love gaming, but like if I had to wear little glasses like this while I did it, that's just.
Wait a minute. You tell me you've never worn glasses while gaming? You know all the hardcore gamers wear glasses.
I have contacts. By the way. I have contacts.
No, there's special like polarized lenses
what?
that like what they do is they reduce the brightness of the screen, but they enhance.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I tried them on. Mad Catz had this really amazing pair of glasses. I have a photo. There's a photo of me wearing these glasses. We should have you pull it up. It's on thebitbag.com. It's part of a new package of peripherals that are coming out from Mad Catz for the new Medal of Honor Black Ops, which is coming out this holiday season. They have a whole line of stuff, and one of them is the BitBag, honey.
Ah, thank you.
And they're these really cool. They're like aviators, so they look really bitchin'. They're actually
they're made by
they're made by
3D glasses.
Gunner. So if you guys know who Gunner is, they make really high-end, amazing
Okay, where is
sunglasses.
it on this delicious website?
Okay, go to the home. Okay, we'll pull it up so you guys can see
Yeah, I'm
what it
actually
looks
really
like.
curious now because I don't think I've ever
So these
seen
are 3D glasses, right?
But honestly, I didn't even know about it.
No, these aren't the 3D ones you said, right? These are just the ones
no,
that...
No,
These just make you not hurt your eyes.
No, they're just for gaming, for long-term gaming. No, the 3D
Long-term
glasses.
gaming, I love that. I love that.
Long-term. Is that a real term?
Is it
I don't
BitBag
know.
TV? Home?
Yes, there you go.
Home, here we go.
And then just scroll down.
Oh.
So, but I mean, you guys out there that are watching, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The gaming glasses. Am I the only one that's heard of this?
I
the chat
don't
room.
know what gaming glasses are, which surprises me.
Hey,
I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
I agree the laptop is awkwardly placed. Thank you, chat room. I agree with that. I got to kind of go down here. But we wanted it out of the way. It's a Dell, and they don't allow Dells in here. I'm just kidding. Well, I can't quite pull up the image, but it sounds cool.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, you continue moving on, and I will find it and show you.
Well,
where
this
to
is
go.
your story. Dance Central for Kinect.
Oh,
your
yes.
favorite game of all time.
Yes.
Apparently, the DLC though is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Those are those extra $2 more than Rock Band DLC.
Which is ironic because if you give away an arm and a leg, you can't even play Dance Central.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you.
That's good.
I'm on today.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
So they said Reggie, Phil. No, that's not right.
I was like, wait a second.
I'm like, Nintendo president did not do this. The lead project designer, Casson Crooker, says it's more complex to make DLC for Dance Central than Rock Band because you've got to come up with a new, unique routine, 3 difficulties. You have to hire a choreographer, which makes sense. Find the song, license the song, come up with a routine, and then get them into a motion capture suit and shoot all the choreography. It sounds ridiculously complex.
It really does.
Would you guys pay $2 more?
Yes.
I know you would.
Yes.
I would too.
Honestly, okay, I don't know if you guys out there have seen any of the trailers for Dance Central. It's really the flagship, in my mind, the flagship game that's coming out for the Kinect on the Xbox 360.
Do we have some of that footage that we can roll?
I believe we should have a video of it.
There it is.
Yeah. Whoa! Out of control.
What?
Co-founder and CEO of
Thank you, game
Harmonix,
trailers.
Alex
Yeah. So
Bergamo.
while we're getting to the to the Dance Central footage, I just want to give you guys an idea of what the game is about. It's basically it's just a dance game. You're in front and you don't have to hold a controller, which is amazing, and you have these cool, you know, characters on the screen that are leading you in and trying to show you how to do the dance moves. And it's really awesome. And once you get into like the expert levels, it's a workout.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
I would look like an idiot playing this game, so I
That's
don't.
the point.
I can't dance. Maybe this game will teach me to dance.
Well, I think that's what it's supposed to do, is teach you. Like Rock Band 3 is going to teach you.
This is the Rock Band announcement. Is that what we're looking at
No,
right
this
here?
is the Dance Central announcement, but this is him just kind of talking about it and the development of it.
Okay.
If there's any way for us to skip forward in the video, this is my fault. I was supposed to provide the time code. You can blame me.
I just like looking at people on stages
sorry.
talking. I think it's fascinating to
play
look
that
at
for
a
the whole rest
man,
of the show.
you know, do that kind of thing. Well, let's can this. It's cool. We don't need to see dance. Here, I'll show you Dance Central footage. You guys ready?
Nice. It's kind
then
of like that.
With a lot of lights in
And
the
then
background.
$10 for downloadable content.
Yeah.
Okay. Enslaved pre-orders. I wanted to talk about this. This is a story I brought up because not that Enslaved is going to be that awesome of a game, although it does look pretty awesome. Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And they're doing these pre-order deals with 3 different places so far. At GameStop, if you pre-order it, you get the Ninja Monkey costume with unlimited stun and plasma blasts for his staff, which is cool, I guess, if you like ninja monkeys. If you pre-order at Walmart, you get the classic monkey, which is inspired by a book, Journey to the West. And you get twice the melee attack power. And if you pre-order at Best Buy, you get the sexy robot trip, which makes your lady friend a robot and sexy, and doubles the duration of her stun move. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because it kind of brings up a bad trend, in my opinion, where if you buy this game at one place, you might get something that you don't want versus another place. And I think that games are starting to fragment. Now stores are starting to exert control, and it's like, if you buy the game here, you get actually a better gaming experience than if you buy the game there. I know GameStop's done it for a long time, but now like every store is getting into it. What do you guys think of this trend? Like every game's offering some bonus DLC depending on where you purchase it, right?
I think that it's a brilliant marketing move. I think it's a way for the developers to kind of diversify their audience and to find out who is willing to go to which location to buy which content. It's a way for them to figure out, oh, what features are people looking for. So in that way, it's good, and it's also a way for them to make extra money.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean? But, I mean, I see the downside, too.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get the full game wherever I buy it, where I can find the best deal, because I enjoy getting the best deal. It's a lot of fun. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I understand why they're doing it, of course.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're trying to get people back in stores, because now with all the downloadable content, I mean, GameStop and all these places are freaking out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're going to go out of business someday.
It's true. It's
So I
true.
kind of understand why they're giving people the more motivation to go in there,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I totally am with you. I remember the days when you used to buy a game and you got the entire game.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to unlock things?
Yeah.
Like, and when you bought a football game, you actually got all the stadiums?
Yeah.
It's a crazy concept.
Now
So,
it's,
yeah.
It's kind of turning into microtransactions, isn't it? Like there's all this freemium stuff.
Well, I mean, but
No,
you
I
guys-
kind of agree. I think it
but
kind of is.
Can we address the fact that
Yes.
the games are more expensive to make now than they ever have been before? That more development goes into them.
That's true. That's
There's
true.
more designers. There's more writers. There's more artists. There's
No, I get that,
more
but look at-
marketing, and they have to recoup their costs somehow.
Yeah, but movies are getting more expensive, and granted, tickets are getting more expensive, but I don't go to a movie and I buy a ticket for like the first half, and then halfway
true.
through they're like, do you want to pay an extra $5? You can see
Depending on the
end.
theater. Depending on the
that's-
theater.
that-
I mean, I
That's
feel like
true.
for some reason in video games it's okay to do that, and everyone just accepted it, but I don't understand
Yeah.
why we should accept that. Like, it's a product. Like,
Yeah.
I'm buying a product, I should get the product, like, fully when I buy it. But I understand what you're saying, too. I mean, I do understand that the development costs are
But I
ridiculous.
mean,
Yeah.
well, in that same vein, just to be the devil's advocate here, look about DVD releases. How many times they re-release the special edition, the
Right, like The
collector's
Matrix
edition,
has
the
come out like 6
anniversary
times.
edition, new extended footage, the director's cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their way that
true.
they're trying to stretch.
That's
you know,
all
their
after the
dollar.
release, though. I mean, I'm cool. Look, I love Lord of the Rings, and I straight up bought the extended editions because I
You have
wanted
like
those.
14 versions.
Because
I
they're
wanted those
amazing,
elves.
That's why. You
I
had
wanted
to
those
buy
elves,
them.
but that came out after the original. Like it was kind
Yeah,
of
you're
like
done,
another
yeah.
movie. You know what I mean?
It's like a bonus.
I'm a little worried about where things are going because they're going to start piecemealing our games to us. Actually, Fable 3, there was a story that came out today that said that Fable 3 is going to go episodic.
Everything's going episodic now.
The first,
seems like.
really?
I mean, that's what it feels like. Sonic,
Yeah.
the new Sonic game's episodic. Like,
Is it?
all of
I didn't know
Telltale
that.
games are episodic. It's becoming pretty out of control.
Alan Wake, which I just finished, is episodic. There's a card for free DLC that you can get, which I have on me, as a matter of fact. No, I don't need it. But, okay, next story. EA Sports predicts America will magically move from number 4 to number 1 in the soccer market due to the U.S. having done fairly well. They released this story right before the U.S. lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was already thinking it was an idiotic thing for EA to say, like, really? We're going to leapfrog England because the U.S. did well 1 year in the World Cup? I think this was a really short-sighted story, but I thought it was interesting.
Well,
Is soccer exploding? Are people?
short-sighted. Come on, let's call it what it is—a publicity stunt.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
really, like them saying that was just a way for them to push more FIFA sales for the FIFA World Cup game.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think everyone in the world can collectively agree that the United States has a long way to go.
Yeah.
In the world of soccer, in the international scene, we're like. I was going to say a really bad analogy. I had to stop myself. I was like, is this appropriate? Probably not.
It's always appropriate on This Week in Video
We're
Games.
like the kid on the short bus.
We don't have a rating
Let's
system.
just call it like it is.
Yeah, there's
I
no-
mean, I love soccer. I've been a lifelong soccer player, and I watched Team USA throughout, their whole stint in the World Cup this year. But
They did do good.
we did
Better,
okay.
relatively.
okay.
We got
Yeah.
outplayed, and people got all upset about the Ghana game, and I was like, they just were better than us.
Yeah.
They played
Yeah.
better. That's just the way it is. Until Americans can put down. It's so funny. I had a conversation in a bar with someone about this, and they said until Americans
That's
can
where all
learn.
good conversations started.
They do
Yeah.
in bars, absolutely. Until Americans can learn to put down all their distractions.
Did you find an iPhone 4?
Video games
Oh,
being
sorry.
one of them.
Yes, well.
Then we're never going to really be a dedicated, loyal soccer nation. I mean, come on. I think we all agree that football's kind of our thing.
We need replay. If there's going to be soccer in America, we straight up need replay because there's replay in every sport in America. It's kind of like the one thing that unites all 4 of the major sports in America, and I'm counting.
Hello, baseball does not have replay.
It does have replay. Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't it have some replay?
I thought it had replay.
Baseball?
I don't know that much
That's
about
like
sports,
the one
so I'm
sport
the worst person to ask.
that I don't follow. But you know what sport I do follow?
Baseball isn't a real sport. Sorry,
I'm trying to do a transition here. You ready for this?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Here's the one sport I do follow. Movement. Moving myself. And Kinect allows me to do that. It's our next story. You like that? That's good.
That's the worst.
You totally skipped this one. Are we coming back later?
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Kinect is available now to play in 4 Microsoft stores. And those stores are in Scottsdale, Arizona, Mission Viejo, San Diego, Mission Diego and San Diego, California, and Lone Tree, Colorado. If you live in these places, congratulations. If not, like 99.9% of Americans, too bad. What's the point? Like, these are the 4 places that they have Microsoft stores.
And the most random places, too.
They're very random. Mission
Why don't they
Viejo?
ever get it right? I mean, really, Microsoft just does not know how to roll out a product and get hype going.
Honestly though, the one location where I can see where they'll really have a big push is Scottsdale, because it's
Scottsdale.
right next to Tempe, where ASU is, one of the biggest
Hey,
party schools in the
you know?
country, and they have a huge gaming.
They're just going to like to move a lot.
audience there.
Yeah.
I think Kinect, I'm a little worried about Kinect, I had to be honest. Honestly, when it comes out, I'm a little concerned that it's going to be a big failure.
Well,
Why do you say that?
yeah.
Because, okay, the Wii got the audience it did because it was the Wii, and it was cheap, and it was easy to buy. Families totally ate it all up. Microsoft, the Kinect, it's similar to the Wii, and they're going for that same audience. Obviously, look at the games that they released at E3, Connectimals, like there's that crazy river raft game. I mean, obviously they're going for the Wii audience.
Yeah.
But what mom or dad out there is going to buy an Xbox 360 and a Kinect? Even if there's a package, it's going to be at least $300, at least.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
more
like
than,
$4.
yeah, probably
And the
4.
Move's way
So
cheaper.
it's like, and I'm assuming the families that are going to buy that already own a Wii.
Yeah.
So really, is that really going to happen? So I'm like, I don't really know who's going to buy it. A lot of hardcore gamers are going against it now just because they think it looks ridiculous. So I'm like, I'm a little
gonna buy
nervous that both of their audiences they're going for are completely running away from it.
I'm going to buy it.
I'm going to buy it too, just for Dance Central and for Child of Eden. I mean,
What's Child of Eden?
Child of Eden is like the spiritual sequel to Rez. Do you ever play Rez?
No, I've heard of it.
Rez is amazing.
Wait, what is it about?
Rez is basically like an old like Dreamcast game where you just kind of like fly through this crazy like psychedelic world and you. It's pretty
sounds
much a
awesome.
drug game.
That's
It's like a rhythm game, like kind
Nice,
of like a
nice.
shooting game.
Wasn't there a game
Sleeper
on the
hit?
PS3 called Eden that was kind of similar, or am I?
Yes, I don't know if it was called
It's where
Pixel
you-
Junk Eden.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
by
amazing.
Pixel Junk. Yeah, absolutely.
All the Pixel Junk games are amazing.
I love Monsters. I played hours of that game.
There's something we can agree on is
Hours.
Pixel Junk. They're incredible.
They're located right
Pixel
here in Santa
Junk
Monica,
is delicious.
aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
But Child of Eden is awesome. It basically is like this crazy psychedelic game where you just use your body to shoot things and.
Yeah. Other people says, what do gamers care about Kinect? We are in the profits biz. Are we in the profits biz now? It will fail, just like any add-on in gaming history. Next topic. Is that the end of story?
Oh, P.S.
I think I agree with that person.
Thank you, other people.
I have a Mac.
Yeah, and by the PC comment,
Yes,
there's
yes,
Mac
yes.
in the room. I'm
Don't
representing
worry,
Dell over here.
I'm representing the better laptop.
Speaking of PCs and laptops, OnLive, which is a PC and laptop gaming streaming service, just got launched, and the details of what it looks like are the following. Let's say you want to buy Assassin's Creed 2. Well, let me start over. For those of you who don't know what OnLive is, basically it's a thin client that runs on your PC or your Mac, even if you have a crappy PC or Mac, and it streams video games to you. So say you press left on your keyboard or gaming controller, right? It'll stream the video to you of you turning left on your screen. So even if you have a crappy computer, you can run like really high-def games on it, and it's supposed to be awesome. Obviously, there are a lot of caveats. You have to have a fast internet connection, and there are issues with the pixelation of the video, apparently. But apparently, the lag isn't too bad, and most games are playable. So here's the pricing. Let's say you, Chad, would like to buy Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, it's an amazing game. Okay.
You know what? I really want to buy Assassin's Creed 2.
Wow, what do you know? You can buy it for $39.99, and you will have a limited license to play it until at least July 17th, 2013, which means that if they fail, you can at least play until July 13th, 2013. But you can also rent games. So for renting Batman Arkham Asylum 2 for 3 days, $4.99. For 5 days, $6.99. And reports are saying that the service works remarkably well with little lag, but like I said, lots of artifacts in the viewing quality. But if you've got a crappy PC, let's hear it, chat room. Are you going to do this thing? If you don't have a gaming console, are you guys going to do it?
I mean, when you're talking about spending $7 plus tax, so probably $8 to rent a game for a week, what's going on?
Just lots. Can you believe he's got his notes on paper and not on an iPad? Is this dude Amish? Thank you. I love you too.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying is why wouldn't you just walk down to Blockbuster and rent it?
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about lag. You don't have to worry about internet
Because
connection.
Blockbuster is closing.
I was going to say, it's going to be a parking lot in like a month, so that won't even be an option soon.
That's the.
Well, until Blockbuster or get a GameFly account. I mean, if you're going to be spending money, to rent it online, I just don't see the.
I've been tempted.
I don't see the upside.
I've been tempted because it costs nothing, right? I have my computer, which I have now, and it costs me nothing except like, let's say I want to play through. I want to do a marathon session for 3 days of Batman Arkham Asylum. I pay $4.99, and I get this amazingly high-res game on my PC, and I get to play it unlimitedly.
Well, I guess if it consistently is high res and there isn't lag,
Which is not true, apparently.
exactly, then it wouldn't be. Then of course it sounds like a good idea, but that's the thing is that the internet bandwidth is so unpredictable, depending on what time of day it is, what's going on, and this, and I just. For a subscription service, I don't know. I'm not
Is it subscription?
sold.
I thought it was free, but you.
Well, you're paying.
Yeah, well, I mean, you pay.
Yeah, I mean, it's free, but then you pay for the content.
So it's not
yeah.
free. We've agreed.
Touche.
It's not free.
Touche.
Okay.
So I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of the term freemium, but we're going to talk about it today. Facebook is all about it. Everybody knows what Farmville is, right? Right.
Yes, of course.
Farmville.
I love Farmville.
I rub all my clothes in excitement.
So Facebook is straight up doing a gaming platform push. IGN started doing a weekly gaming series on Facebook gaming, and it was recently announced that Facebook was making a major commitment to gaming on Facebook, which I don't personally understand because it's basically like browser gaming, but I guess because it's got the Facebook brand and it's kind of cross-platform, you can play it on a PC, a Mac, Linux, whatever it is, as long as you can access Facebook. But these are the games that are coming out. Be careful. These are really exciting. You might want to sit down.
Everyone's going to throw their laptops off their counters right now.
Some of these are out already, and some of them are coming out this summer. Yeah, everybody's going to throw their laptop around?
Yeah.
We've got Farmville, Treasure Isle,
I already can't take it!
Cafe World, Mafia Wars, that sounds cool.
It's already out. That's already out.
Oh, touche.
So is Farmville.
Petville,
Already out.
Pet Society, Fishville,
That's my favorite.
Happy Aquarium, Frontierville, Social City, Happy Island, Happy Pets, and Hotel City.
Well, they're basically just all a bunch of sim games, essentially.
Right? Yeah.
Is what they are. But let's talk for a second about a couple facts. Farmville, Facebook's #1 game right now, gets 70 million users a month.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
70 million users a month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy
Why?
talk.
Because let me tell you, kids
Please.
in middle school, kids in high school, don't, like, when they're sitting between periods in the computer lab, what are they doing? They're on Facebook.
Well, it's also people that never played video games ever that are on Facebook that are like, this is so cool.
Right, exactly. They're reaching out to an audience because it's very accessible. They're very easy to play. And you can tell all your friends while you're online at Facebook, you know?
Lawns in the chat room says, which reminds me I have to go harvest my broccoli. That sounds riveting. That's what I want to do as a gamer.
That's what she said.
Is pay to go harvest broccoli, right?
Well, I mean, we were talking about this earlier
Yeah.
too. Is that
I
you
don't
can
get
now
it.
you can buy prepaid Farmville, you know, loaded money cards that
Here
you
it goes.
use to play
The DLC
Farmville
is coming
with.
to even Facebook now.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
DLC's been on Facebook for a while now.
Yeah, that's true, but
I mean, the guy who created Mafia Wars is like a billionaire now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
there's a Facebook movie coming out later this year, directed by David Fincher.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about-
Social Network. It's about the guy who created
Okay,
Facebook.
okay.
Not just.
I got a little scared.
I mean, kind of a Facebook movie, I guess.
Okay, and our last news story of the day, NBC is copying us. They have, in an effort to clearly rip us off and our great ideas, decided to air a primetime show about video games. Okay, they're not really ripping us off at all. It's not at all like ours. It's following a couple of developers and following gamer culture in general. I guess they're editing together some footage from E3 right now. It's a docudrama type of show, and it's called, wait for it, Game On. There you go. Wow. What do you think?
Creativity is unleashed at NBC.
I love
There's-
the Wayne's World reference.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you. You're taking us back. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Well, I am wearing my Pac-Man shirt.
I do love the shirt. That is a
Yes.
bomb shirt.
Throwback.
There's already a reality show on everything under the sun that you could possibly imagine. Why not video games? There should be like 8 reality shows on video games.
Let's also acknowledge that this isn't the first video game reality show.
In prime time.
I
Should have
actually
been.
was on a video game reality show myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I was. You probably have never
You're a
heard
reality
of it or
star?
seen it. It was a couple years back. It was Rock Band 2: The Stars. It was.
I wrote about that on Destructoid.
Did you really?
I'm not even kidding.
Did
Oh my
you
God.
remember
I
that I was
actually-
on
where-
it?
I actually wrote it
Connections
too
happen.
early, and I got in trouble because I broke the embargo or something. I didn't know you were on it though, but I did write about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
Exciting.
I was my avatar Pip, you know, because you have an avatar in Rock Band.
I did not know
Funny,
that.
I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really fun. I got to play on stage at the Viper Room on Sunset Boulevard with Alice Cooper with a plastic guitar.
Wow.
Wow. That's,
Please say at some point on the show you said.
And he sang Pinball Wizard by The Who.
Wow. Please say at some point you said, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to win. Because every single person on a reality show say that at one point. Please say you did.
It's so true. And those are never the people that
No,
win.
they never win.
No, except the catch for that show was that you won as a band because you can't win as an individual. You can't pick one person to
So
win.
you didn't win, is what you're saying.
No, but I did get 100% on hard on Motorhead in the challenge.
Oh my gosh.
On lead
Pretty
guitar.
impressive.
We have got to get you in here doing
are
some
the
Guitar
expert.
Hero at some point. That would be rad.
I'm telling you, we will, because Rock Band 3 comes out later on this
That's my-
year,
that's my
and
Rock Band.
it's going to be amazing.
It does look amazing, I agree.
Yeah.
The
I was, like,
peripherals
kinda
they have
sick
for
of
that
Rock
game
Band,
are
but-
ridiculous. I mean, 2,000 songs.
Please do tell.
I mean,
What kind of
do you really
peripherals?
want to get me
I
started on
do.
this
I
path?
really do.
They showcased it at E3. Harmonix. I love Harmonix. They just make amazing games. Obviously, Dance Central is coming out. We already said that we're buying it.
Totally buying it.
But the really cool thing
You're
about
gonna buy
Rock
it.
Band 3 that people don't know is that
Maybe
they
I'll-
have Mad Catz, the official creator of all their new peripherals, their guitars, the basses, the drums, the keyboard. There's a keyboard for Rock Band 3. They are creating a
crazy.
MIDI converter box, which allows you to plug in your existing keyboard that has a MIDI out and play your keyboard that you
Yeah, it's
have
pretty
along
ridiculous.
with the
Like, you
game.
can
My
do this
mind
game.
just exploded a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Right here.
And
Oh
it's
my
not just
gosh.
keyboard, it's a guitar. You can plug a real. Fender is creating a real 6-string Stratocaster that you can plug into an amp and play a real guitar along with the game.
It's ridiculous.
It's amazing. They really have taken the music experience and brought it to your doorstep.
This is
That's,
only my issue though. Like, my place is already full of peripherals for all these music games. Full. Like, I mean, I have so much stuff from Rock Band 1, Rock Band 2, all the Guitar Heroes, and I just don't want to buy anything else. I don't want to. I mean, I love the keyboard, but I don't want it. I don't have room
and
for
none
it.
of them are
No,
gonna
I
work
agree.
in Rock Band 3, right?
Yeah.
None of these peripherals are going to work.
I mean,
are
they probably
No, what are
will.
you talking about?
They are going to work.
Rock Band 1
All
ones
of
work with
them.
Rock Band 2.
Oh, wow.
All the songs are
Well, that's
backwards
good.
converted.
That's
you can
Guitar
take,
Hero that doesn't do that,
Right,
right?
They
Like
no,
each
offer,
all the
they're going to
iteration.
offer
songs, yeah.
new ones, though, and they're going to be all fancy, and you're
Right,
going to want to
yeah.
buy the new
Yeah.
ones. So
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just a little ridiculous.
Here's my only question. Like, I'm interested in this, but at this point, if it's so realistic, why don't I just actually start a rock
Learning the
band?
guitar, too.
And then learning the guitar.
Well, no, and
I
that's
thought
what
about the
they're saying
exact
is
same
because
thing.
that's
like-
the big critique about those games is that people are like, well, if you spend so much time, playing a real instrument as you do playing that video game, you could maybe actually play something.
Yeah.
And I'm
Some
like,
people don't want to play real guitar. Some
well, I'm
people
like,
just
well, I
want
don't
to
want
play
to
a
get
video game.
calluses on my fingers playing a real guitar. But now they're actually letting
Oh,
you
we can't
play
get
a
the
real
calluses.
guitar, and it's really going to allow people to learn how to play a real instrument while they're gaming.
I think that's true. I think a lot of people who would never learn guitar, and I've often said that exact thing that you said, which is that, like, I'm trying to learn how to play these 5 colored buttons when I should be learning how to play guitar, but I never will. So maybe with Rock Band 3, I actually will.
It'll motivate you.
Yeah.
You will, yeah, absolutely.
A year from now, you're going to be playing guitar before every show.
Yeah. Well,
Jamming out.
it looks like it's that time in the show, Chad.
What time? The time when we all take off our tops?
No, that time
I
is
think
never
I have
in this show.
I do have
That's
to thank Lon
different show.
for the shout out, training for years. There's
Yes.
a video out there of Lon training with me actually.
Oh
From,
my gosh,
from
can we
my
get that up?
Mahalo-
Can
from
we
my
get that up here?
holidays. My failed attempt to beat
I really want to get that up here.
Leah
Oh,
D'Amelio.
maybe I asked for something we can't do.
I'm excited about something I don't know
There's
anything
video
about.
on YouTube of you doing,
Oh, he did post it. Yes.
Yeah, the link is in the chat room
It's-
if you're in the
it-
chat
Wait,
room
what is
now.
it? I have to watch this right now. What is it?
It's pretty funny actually.
YouTube footage of you doing Guitar Hero?
It's,
my gosh.
It's me. It was
That sounds amazing.
I don't know if any of you out there watched the Mahalo Daily Vlog Idol competition. That's where I first
Daily Vlog Idol.
became a Mahalo, employee, I guess, correspondent,
Phenomenon.
host. And at the end of the competition, it was down between me and Leah D'Amelio, who went on to host the show.
Yeah.
And she kicked my ass in the final round.
There it
But
is.
Here it is.
Oh my God, I'm excited already.
What is this?
See, she's taking off the top. I knew
What?
it.
What's going on here?
I'm training
Okay.
to play guitar.
That's amazing in every way.
This is incredible.
Wow, you're getting, okay, I see.
I love the headband.
What? What is boxing? What?
So awesome.
It's set, the music, I know you guys probably can't hear the audio, but the audio is set to Holding Out for a Hero.
Here we go, I think we got it up a little bit. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
This is so awesome. The
we go.
music is so good.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, check this out. Oh, yes.
What? Those are some skills.
On the stability pole. And I'm really playing, by the way.
Those are
that
some
was,
skills.
That was not faking it.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Shouldn't be singing.
It was fun to do, but it did not beat Leah's
This is getting
Mariah
me pumped.
Carey spoof.
I'm kind of pumped right now, but this is Rock Band. No, this is
Guitar
Guitar,
Hero, yeah.
You're the Rock Band phenomenon, right? Or you're.
Oh wait, check this out. Oh
Oh
yes.
my.
This went to a new level.
Oh my goodness.
And P.S. just for all of you out there, I can't play Through the Fire and Flames with the Dam. just so
Yet.
No, here's the thing about that song. If we're gonna go into
Nice.
this.
Is Guitar
Wow,
Hero
that
in
was.
Is that song you have to practice? Oh, thank
you?
you.
You get a standing O.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
amazing.
stand up
thank
with
you
my
guys.
mic.
That was
Thank you.
amazing. I
would.
Thank you.
That was really amazing.
We need to make like 8 more of those and run them every second
we'll,
of the show.
We'll think. Hey, if you guys have any ideas for fun skits that you'd like to see
Yes,
us
please.
3 jokers do, go ahead and email me, Andrea, at thisweekend.com. Or you can email Michael too, or Chad.
If you need. Yeah.
But if you guys want to see skits, because they're kind of fun to do,
Well,
you let us know,
that
and
was
we will work on it.
That was amazing.
that was worth the interlude. That was fantastic.
I can't follow that.
I had no idea. But right now, we are going to go back, way back, to the
yes!
world of Chad's classic
to
gaming
old people.
segment. Yes, to old people. Way before some of you were born.
Which is depressing, but true.
Let's roll the segment.
That was amazing. Yes,
for you.
so this is Extra Life, which is basically a look back at some of the best retro games ever. I, myself, am a huge retro gamer. I know we talked a lot about E3, we talked a lot about modern games, but I'm a huge retro gamer. I actually love old games the best. Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time. Don't say anything bad about Super Nintendo
love
for
Super
future
Nintendo.
reference.
Who has anything bad to say about Super Nintendo?
Dumb people.
I will beat them.
So this week, basically I'm going to focus on a different game every week that some of you may have never played that is awesome, that you should check out. So since this is the first one, I figured I'd do something extra special, which is Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo, which personally is my favorite game of all time. Actually, it's tied for my favorite game of all time, but I won't reveal my other game until the future.
Okay.
You guys hooked.
Okay.
So yeah, there's Super Metroid. Basically, it's if you play any of the Metroids, you know what it's like. You know, it's a side-scrolling game. You explore a huge open world, collect power-ups. But that's kind of not why I love it as much as I do. And I'm gonna get kind of deep. Be prepared.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Talking about Roger Ebert and art and what
Okay.
games can do. I'm gonna take you guys to a new level.
Let's do it.
So basically, in Super Metroid, for a game that came out in 1994, mind you, that's almost 20 years ago, it really kind of gives you a sense of isolation, a sense of being completely alone, which no other game to this date has ever done for me. And what I love about the game is it can tell a story without any dialogue. There's actually not one thing of text throughout the entire game. I think there's like an opening sequence that has maybe like a little thing of text that explains where you are. But there's no dialogue, there's no text through the whole game, and it basically tells a really interesting story all visually with 16-bit graphics, which is incredible.
Is awesome.
I mean, yeah. I mean, think about games now like Killzone or Modern Warfare or any of these games. It's all dialogue, exposition. And this game had none of that, and it still told a really compelling story that actually makes me cry at the end. Not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it.
I never beat the game.
The ending of Super Metroid is the best ending in the history of video games. So if you have not played Super Metroid, I recommend going to play it just for that alone. It is super moving, it's super surprising, unbelievably great. And you can get it, if you have a Wii, which most of you do, you can get it on the Virtual Console for only $8.
Ooh.
Come on.
I love that feature of the Wii. It's so awesome.
Yes,
Virtual
speaking
Console.
of great retro games, the Virtual Console is obviously amazing. It's based, for some of you that don't know, it's basically a service on the Wii where you can download
Epic Wins is
handful
saying
of game.
99 levels. Are there 99 levels?
in Super Metroid.
What is he talking about?
I don't know what Epic Wins is talking about.
Fair enough.
There actually are no levels, technically. It's just like kind of an open world, explore and get to the end. So there's really no levels. But yeah, you can get it on the Virtual Console for $8.
And he's saying in Bubble Bobble.
Oh,
Okay.
that is true. He's right about that.
Yeah.
Bubble Bobble's another game that's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
So basically, you can get it on Virtual Console for $8. You can go to any used game store and probably find it because it's still really popular. I highly recommend it, and I think you'll love it.
Find it for your Super Nintendo?
For the Super Nintendo.
At a used game store?
Yeah.
They still carry
Not
those?
like used game stores in like a GameStop.
Right,
I
but
mean
like-
like an actual like retro game store. They'll probably have it. Yeah.
Nice.
It's still circulating a lot. And it's still really popular. So check it out. I'm telling you guys, it's awesome.
Awesome.
I could talk about it for 4 hours. You want me to? I'll do it.
Let's hear your thesis on who Samus is in that game.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
I was actually really going to answer too.
Really?
He's already
Okay.
launched into it. Please don't get
No,
started,
but it
Michael.
really is
Come
an
on.
amazing game, and like if you never checked out retro games, I really recommend starting with this one because it really holds up this many years later. Because I admittedly, even though I'm like a retro snob kind of, I do admit that there's some retro games that do not hold up at all.
Right.
You know, you'll play some games for the regular Nintendo that are just terrible now, but Super Nintendo still holds up now.
Have you played Mega Man 10?
Of course,
Yeah?
Mega Man 9 too.
Really?
I'm huge fans. When Capcom decided that they were gonna make some old school Mega Man games that looked like they were on the regular Nintendo, I flipped out.
Yeah, it's amazing. They're literally, in case you guys don't know, like 16-bit games for Xbox Live and PSN. Is it on? It's on the Wii as well,
8-bit
right?
technically.
Oh, 8-bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and they
regular
look
Nintendo.
awesome. I'm just unwilling to pay the money.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Well, I think we've decided that you're unwilling to pay money for a lot of things.
You know
on
what,
this show.
guys? I don't need...
You're like, subscriptions? What? I have to pay for peripherals? What?
Everything
Kinect?
should be
No.
free. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you, Chad.
Thanks.
I
Did
just have to
Yes.
that, did
say
that
really
segment
quickly.
blow your mind?
Blew
Yes,
it a little bit.
blown.
Just a little
Super
bit.
Metroid.
I'd never played it. Is the ending like the ending's epic?
Well, okay, we're gonna get back to this for one second.
Okay.
So basically in the game you meet a character. I'm not gonna reveal who it is, and then they come back at the end, and this is all told with no dialogue and 16-bit graphics, like I said. And I'm telling you, like, it is surprising.
Look at
It's
this.
moving.
Ooh.
Oh, this is actually it.
That's the end?
This is the end. Don't look. Avert your eyes.
The spoiler alert.
Spoiler
but I'm
alert.
looking.
I mean,
don't care.
you can watch it, but this is basically the final boss.
Dude, those are so scary. That thing is scary.
In the original Metroid, you fight Mother Brain, and this is Mother Brain, but then Mother Brain turns into a giant monster.
That's the devil. That is the devil right there.
Yeah, so like this is gonna take a really long time to get to it, so you probably won't see it. But basically, the final boss is gonna do something really bad to Samus, and right before Samus is about to die, someone runs in and saves you, and it's just so awesome.
Someone?
Best or something.
Ooh. Ooh.
But it really is the greatest ending ever, I think.
I now want to beat Metroid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you have a project tonight when you go home, since
Yes.
you
You
finished
gotta
Alan
play it,
Wake.
man.
Do they have it on
Speaking
Xbox
of
Live?
what we're gaming on,
Yes, that's exactly right.
you know, we random segments of the week that Sir Michael here has come up with. You said you did Alan Wake last week,
I did.
and you didn't like it?
This is the DLC card that I have from Alan Wake, which I played last week. You want to roll a little bit? Do we have footage of Alan Wake that we can roll a little bit?
Just give me a flashlight, I can recreate it.
Yes, this is Alan Wake. This is obviously from IGN. It's a trailer of what Alan Wake is supposed to be. It's a Remedy game. As you can tell, it's all about light and darkness. They did a really, really good job doing the light and darkness thing, right? Like it
is amazing.
It's a beautiful game. Like it takes place in the Pacific Northwest, and it's all about a writer. So it's the opposite of Metroid. It's all about the prose and narrating the on-screen action and flashbacks. I guess they said they tried to make it a little bit Lost-like in that you don't know what's happening the whole time, and that's true before it goes a little ridiculous near the end. I liked the game. It was an interesting ride. Ultimately, it was a little monotone because it was just like you're running in the forest at night, killing a bunch of axe murderers over and over and like releasing them from their darkness. And I don't know what town has like 10,000 loggers in it, if it's like a town of 12,000, but apparently Bright Falls does.
Yeah.
And I liked it. If you don't know, Remedy are the makers of Max Payne and the Max Payne series, so they're really good at combat mechanics. And the big push here is like you have a flashlight at all times, and you first have to shine the flashlight on whatever bad guys you're facing, and then you burn off their darkness, and then you get to kill them with a gun. Or if you're fighting an object, the object just burns up because there's a bunch of they use the Havoc engine, and there's a bunch of things that come flying at you from the darkness. And you played it too, right, Chad?
Yes, I did.
You feel the same way about it?
I feel exactly the same way. Like, it is a great game.
Right.
The story's interesting. It's a really amazing atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, after 5 hours of doing the same thing, you're kind of like, all right, I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, I got a little bored with the story ultimately. There were some flashbacks. They really tried to make it like a movie, which I think is both a good and a bad thing, because it was really cinematic, but ultimately I just kind of wanted to get to the cutscenes. Like, there were these long some of the combat was interesting, but most of the time it was just guys popping out at you, and you shine a flashlight, back up, and shoot them, find some more ammo, and repeat until you got to the next cutscene. So I would give it a 7.5 and 8. It was an 8 for effort, not an A, an 8. Thank you.
Very good.
But right now I am playing Red Dead Redemption, and this game has rocked my face so far. Do we have any footage of that we can show?
Yes. Come on, who isn't playing Red Dead Redemption right now? I guess that's really the question.
Well, yeah, it's an awesome game.
I have to say, I'm pretty bummed because it was in my Xbox, and then my cat decided he wanted to knock my Xbox over, and now
Wait, your cat must be a strong cat.
Yeah, really, that's a big thing.
There's a perfectly circular scratch in the middle of the disc, and now I
Oh
have to buy
no!
Yeah, if you even tilt those
I'll let you
Xboxes
borrow
a
mine.
teeny bit, the disc will totally get scratched.
Not the new one, right? Or maybe the new one too. I don't know.
No. Actually, at Destructoid, we at the Microsoft press conference, they gave everyone a free one.
Yes, I know. Why didn't you just keep rubbing it in? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Sorry,
I
just
didn't
salt
get
in the
a free
wound.
Xbox either.
But my point is, like, we had one at E3, and we put a disc in to test it, an old disc we weren't using, and we tilted it, and it scratched.
That is
true.
unfortunate. That's the only word for that. It's
I don't
unfortunate.
understand how my original Nintendo still works perfectly fine. Microsoft needs to get on board with making better consoles.
So
Well, I mean, come on. Really? Really? Look at
they
the
do.
difference in graphics between your original
Okay.
Nintendo and the Xbox 360.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse. Like, if you can't handle the power on something, then don't make it. Like, I don't want to buy a console that breaks.
that's
the clip. Oh, yes, our clip.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
This
sorry,
is Red
sorry.
Dead Redemption. Yes, this game is awesome. You can ride horses, they buck you. You can play this game called Five Finger Fillet, and that's what that just showed. You can do anything. You can rent rooms. You can obviously have sex with whores. You can also kill them, just like in Grand Theft Auto.
Women just get a bad rap in video
The
games.
combat in this is so good. I thought it was like a Gears of War style shooter at times because they did it so well.
It's really well done.
And after playing Alan Wake and then playing this, the cutscenes and the way that the players look realistic when they talk and move is so much better. I just don't know why they couldn't do that in Alan Wake because they just didn't look this good. There's so much stuff to do. You have this like bullet time style slowdown thing where you feel like just a total, pardon my French, badass when you play the game and like, okay, I'll tell you a specific story about my experience. I was in town, right? Just hanging out at the saloon. And these 5 guys, you know, as I am wont to do, where you can buy a drink at the saloon and play poker. And these 5 guys on horses were yipping and like, yip, yip. It's ridiculous. And like shooting their guns off, right? So I went outside. They were dragging a guy's carcass on the ground behind them, right? So I went into bullet time, shot them all in the face, and they all died, and the townspeople loved me. It's awesome. It's just like...
Any game where that happens is awesome.
Yes, it is fantastic. You can, like, the whole thing is seamless. There's no loading. You can hop a train, and there's absolutely 0 loading. The story, I'm actually interested in this character. He's kind of enigmatic. I'm not very far in yet. Have you guys played this game?
I've dabbled a little bit, but like I said,
your cat destroyed it.
I mean, really,
That's why I don't have a cat.
Super cat.
My boyfriend's the one who really got into it before the game.
Good man.
Poorly got scratched. But it's on my GameFly, so hopefully it'll come soon. But right now I'm doing GTA Liberty City episodes from Liberty City.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Wait.
It's old, I know.
Yeah, that is old.
It's old.
Why aren't you doing GTA 4?
Because
I a game from 1994.
Because
so
I never got
Touché.
That's okay.
Because I never got a chance to play it, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like one of those ones that I wanted. I saw a random billboard for it when I was driving around, like an actual
you're like,
billboard. And I was like, wait a minute, didn't
gonna
that
get
game
that.
come out forever ago? So I was like, well, I never got a chance to play it, so you know,
Yeah.
just I'm giving it a whirl. It's fun.
Well,
I'm doing the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Okay, you are doing that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh wait, no, that's not old. I was thinking of the game for the PSP that came out a little while ago. What was that called? Liberty City Stories. That's what
Yeah.
that one was.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I
no,
was
I don't
confused.
have a PSP.
How is the Ballad of Gay Tony? I wanted to play that.
Well, I'm just getting into it. So far,
Putting you on
so
the
good. So you did put me on the
It's
spot.
good.
You totally did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you get to like blow up giant things and ride helicopters and just it gets
yeah.
more ridiculous. as
Yeah,
you go
they
on.
took some of the fun stuff about like San Andreas and Vice City that they kind of got rid of in Grand Theft Auto 4, and they put it back like the jetpacks and the blowing things up and doing ridiculous things.
Yeah, the
Which is
helicopters.
super fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah.
I just like getting on a roof and staking out the police as long as possible.
Grand Theft Auto is a great game.
Heck yeah,
So
it is.
anyway,
Red Dead Redemption is
Red
awesome.
Dead Redemption, get it. If you don't have it, it's great. And I haven't even beaten it, and I already know I'm going to be sinking way too many hours into this game. I got my skinning up last night. I skinned a coyote and got +2 to skinning. It's fantastic. It's actually
Dude, a skinny.
This is something I wanted to mention recently. So the review's over, and that's what I'm gaming on right now. But it's interesting that these games are kind of veering more into the MMO area because I can get my skinning up, right? Like you go do these different things and collect things from around the world, and then you get your character's stats up, and then you can do co-op. It's got some RPG elements, and honestly, it's got a little bit of an MMO feel. Do you guys feel like there's some convergence happening in these open world, these RPGs? Because, you know, Mass Effect, it's an RPG, right? But the latest one was a lot like a shooter.
Almost more a shooter, yeah. They
Yeah.
almost got rid of everything RPG in the
They really
second
did.
one.
I was kind of upset about that. But
I
it
was
still
too,
a great
but it's
game.
such a great game.
Yeah, yeah. Agreed.
agree on that.
Do
You guys have a little moment there?
yeah, we just had
High
a little
five.
moment.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We really did have a moment.
We should disagree on something just for fun. Be
I
like,
know.
But Chadwell, what are you gaming right now?
I just started Red Dead Redemption
Yes.
actually. I have this weird thing where I don't play any other games until I finish the game I'm currently playing, which is I know is weird, but that's just kind of my thing. I get so into the stories. Obviously, I talked about crying at a 20-year-old game, which is super embarrassing.
Not gonna
So I
say
really,
that's sad.
I really get into the stories. So I like finishing them completely. So I just got to Red Dead Redemption. I just finished Trauma Team for the Wii. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
wow, is that where you like fix people up?
Yeah,
from
pretty
dying?
much. It's pretty
That's
awesome.
Funny. That's
Really?
funny.
Yeah,
It's like Doctor, the old game, right? Where if you hit the corner, it's like,
Operation.
Operation. Thank you.
Operation.
or Doctor, whatever you want to call it. Like that's what something like
know.
my grandma would say. She's like, "Are you guys ever playing Doctor?"
I don't know the words.
Doctor's another game. That's
Yes.
Yeah, so moving on.
What
Yeah.
are you gaming on besides Red Dead? What did you game on recently?
The last game that I played was Rock Band Beatles.
Okay.
oh, you must have loved that. You're like,
Yeah,
okay.
you are. Wow.
Can I make a confession?
Wait, can you sing number one? Like you can actually sing?
Yes.
Wow.
See, that's good. See, that's why, because I can't sing. So when I try playing Rock Band, it embarrasses
I
me.
still need to learn how to sing and play guitar at the same time. And there actually is a really cool
Yeah, I can't do that.
video from Game Meets Girl. I don't know if you guys out there know who Game Meets Girl is. She does videos online about video games. So Look her up
meets
sometime.
girl.
Anyway, she has like tips about how to sing and play guitar at the same time in the game. Because if you don't know all the lyrics, you obviously have to read the lyrics, and then you have to also play the notes at the same time. It's actually quite difficult. But anyway, that's what I've been playing. But what I was saying is, I get distracted by the backgrounds. Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen the game?
It's so busy.
They're like
so
all
much going on.
psychedelic.
They are, yeah.
And you kind of like get caught up in it, and then you miss like a whole stream of notes. And I was like, damn it!
Yes.
Quit being so beautiful.
Yeah, I love Rock Band Beatles. That's my favorite. I mean,
It's
that's the
great.
only one that I've really played consistently.
Well, the Beatles is the first band they've come out with as a rock band that I'm actually like super behind. Because if you know, they have Green Day and all those, and if you're not a fan, that big of a
There's some
fan,
footage.
Oh
There you go.
yes, amazing.
I wish I could pull up the clip of the guy playing. Have you seen the guy playing every single instrument on Rock Band at the same time?
No? What? That's impossible.
No,
It is
there's-
drums?
It's on.
Drums?
Yeah, he plays drums, both guitars,
like,
and singing all at the same time. And he beats the game. Like, he doesn't do bad at it.
I don't believe it.
You can YouTube it. YouTube
Okay.
it.
Okay. YouTube is our savior.
I don't believe it either.
That's amazing. Well, I believe it, but that's
It's incredible.
Amazing.
Like,
I can't.
yeah.
But I will say that
He looks ridiculous.
I did a
but
competition.
He's amazing.
I did a guitar competition against this guy. I believe his name was Alan, and he.
Alan Wake?
No,
Is that-
not Alan Wake. I actually don't remember exactly if that's his name or
Terrible,
not. But he's the guy, you know, that when they play Through the Fire and Flames, that they like hit the strum bar with their elbow, and then they use both hands on the buttons.
I've seen one-man
Have you seen
bands.
guys do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen like people play the accordion while they're like doing stuff with their feet and their knees, and their like pinkies are doing different things and they're singing. But to play a game that's predefined for 4 different people to play it,
It blows my mind.
That's even more impressive to me than building your own one-man band instrument. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is pretty much our This Week in Video Games for this week. Please join us again next week. We are going to have the same spicy chat as we did this week. We're also going to be having, we want you guys actually, we're going to be having a contest in between now and next week to submit your ideas to us for a segment called Meet Your Maker. We want gamers who are really excited about a particular game to email us. You can email me at michael@thisweekend.com or Andrea@thisweekend.com and send us your ideas. Say why you should be on the show. We can Skype you in if you're in the area and in the LA area and you want to come in studio. And we're going to try to hook a gamer up with a creator of their favorite game, and they get to ask them a few questions. That's for a segment for next week, so definitely submit that to us. Thanks to the following websites for gaming news. This is going to be long. You ready? Destructoid.com. Thank you for lending Chad, no less.
Yes.
Kotaku, Joystick, Max Console, IGN, Game Trailers, G4 TV, GamePro. I mean, we peruse all these to collect our information. So thank you very much. And for some of the obvious video footage today. Thanks for that. Thanks to my co-host Andrea Renee and also to Chad Concelmo.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Who's going to be joining
guys,
us
for real. Thanks for having
as
me.
often as
Yeah,
we
it
can.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
This
I'll
was
be on once in a while.
was a lot
I'll
of
make
fun.
like a sneak appearance. I'll like descend from the rafters.
Yeah, you want to plug some of your stuff really quickly?
Do you mind if I go first?
Go
Go
for
for
it.
it.
Well, there's Destructoid.com, obviously, the source for gaming news.
Bam, there it is.
Yeah, and I guess my Twitter account, Chad_Concelmo.
Do it.
My Facebook. Wow, I'm so I have such a wide.
Facebook
I have such a wide. Yeah,
I like that. You have an underscore like me in your Facebook.
I do.
I don't have an underscore.
Oh.
It's just Andrea Renee. Facebook.com/Andrea Renee. I also have Twitter. Twitter is @AndreaRenee.
Lucky.
I have AndreaRenee.com.
Wow.
And
Wow,
you know
see,
what's
she's way cooler than
She's
me.
a
I
big
do not
deal.
have a
What's really
chadconcelmo.com.
I'm bummed about is my YouTube account is actually my gamer handle, which is Blossom01 without the O's, because some girl in the Virgin Islands has YouTube.com/Andrea Renee, and I've been begging her for years to delete her account because she doesn't use it, but she won't give it up to me.
She wants you to pay
It's
her.
my
does.
it's my gamer handle. YouTube.com/.
I'll take care of her. Don't worry.
Okay,
Blossom01.
okay. And I do have an underscore in between mine. You can find me on Twitter @Michael_Ludden, Ludden on Twitter. You can also find me on YouTube @Ludden Media, one word. And now you can find both of us. You can find me at Michael@thisweekend.com.
And Andrea @thisweekend.com.
Right, and you can find us on Twitter @TWI Video Games. That's on Twitter, and also #TWIVG. Also, we're looking for sponsors for the show, so if you are psyched about video games and you want to reach a crowd of ravenous, intelligent gaming aficionados, definitely give one of us an email, and we'll get in contact with you regarding that. Also, other shows that are coming up right after this, we have This Week in Music with Asha. Immediately following this, that's going to be really exciting. We're just launching that right now. We have This Week in Mobile, This Week in iPad, This Week in Cloud Computing, This Week in Venture Capital, This Week in Startups, and of course, Kevin Chat's Pollock Show. And we also have This Week in Social Media. So definitely check out those other shows. Check us out next time on This Week in Video Games. But for right now, you guys ready for this? Game over.